Hola queridos, ¿qué tal? Y bienvenidos de nuevo otra vez a Tierra Querida. Today we will be doing a shore excursion review para la compañía de Norwegian Cruise Lines. The port is going to be here in Vietnam. So if you're interested, keep on watching and welcome back. This is Tierra Querida. The first thing you want to do is to make sure to bring your excursion ticket, which will look something like this. It will have your stateroom number, your name, and where to meet, and also the time and the name of the shore excursion. Our excursion company was Via Excursions, and I can tell you that I would definitely recommend doing an excursion if they are the ones leading the excursion. Kim was a tour guide and she was wonderful, and she definitely taught me a lot and made the excursion relatively simple and easy to follow, and I didn't think that we had any hiccups. El primer lugar que llegamos fue a una área de farmland para poder sacarnos unas fotos y ver más o menos cómo es que se cultiva el arroz. Como saben, Vietnam crece mucho arroz y más o menos como 40% of the land is actually used specifically for rice. Our tour guide Kim nos platicó que la mayoría de la gente hace una casa más o menos pequeña or just big enough for the family para que puedan usar el resto de la tierra para crecer vegetables, arroz o diferentes cosas para que ellos se puedan mantener y también poder vender esas cosas en el mercado. Another interesting fact about the land in the area is that it is given to the people, and the more their family members are, the more land they do get. On our way to and from the stops, we saw this beautiful and fairly large church que, according to our guide Kim, dijo que se tardó 11 años, 11 meses y 11 días, y they purposefully waited for that 11 to be able to open the church. And this church recently opened up in 2021. We weren't able to visit it due to time restraints, but it still looked beautiful, and I would suggest that you visit it even if it's just from the outside. Hablando de iglesias, this is actually the only church in the area porque la mayoría de la gente sigue the Buddhism religion. On our second stop, we stopped at a monk monastery, and I found this place to be really, really beautiful and peaceful, and you can walk around the different areas that they have. They do kindly ask that you take off your shoes. Please do not be a jerk and keep them on. Even when you go into the restrooms, they have space for you to take off your shoes, and they have a sign. So we are guests at these places, así que por favor sigue las reglas, quítate los zapatos, y si no te los quieres quitar, entonces por favor no entres a esos lugares sagrados de ellos. Algo que se me hizo interesante sobre los monks que nos platicó nuestro tour guide Kim es de que ellos no consumen la cebolla ni el ajo. Pude platicar con uno de ellos, no nos pudimos comunicar súper bien, pero más o menos lo que le pude entender sobre la cebolla y el ajo es de que porque son muy fuertes, tú empiezas a notar ese olor y empiezas a pensar cosas negativas. Voy a tratar de buscar un poquito más información y dejarlos en the description para usted sobre por qué no consumen cebollas y ajos, y así para que yo me informe y ustedes también estén enterados. Now, the next stop was at a Vietnam veterans home. I personally didn't go inside his home. I just kind of hung around outside and, petted his dogs, checked out the many pretty birds that he has. Aquí les voy a meter un video para que puedan ver los pajaritos. He had some hummingbirds and some other type of birds que yo no conozco, pero, nonetheless, they were very, very beautiful. As I was petting his dog, me ofreció una tacita de té y un besito de jengibre seco. Y honestly, I actually really enjoyed it. I'm not a big fan of ginger, pero ese pedacito me gustó y me tomé como una o dos tacitas de té con él. Y a pesar que no nos podíamos comunicar ahí, nada más nos sentamos y estábamos observando las plantitas y los pájaros y el ambiente mientras que esperábamos al resto del grupo que regresara. Although I wasn't able to, communicate with this gentleman, I did try my best to tell him thank you for giving me a cup of coffee and the ginger and really just allowing us to enter into his home and sharing his home with us. So, do your best whenever you're visiting somewhere new to try at least say thank you and please. And it really does go a long way and respect the people, of course, as always. Like I had mentioned, nos sentamos y observamos los árboles y la naturaleza. I did walk a little bit back to where he had this fruit tree. The guide was kind of showing everybody what they have there, the type of tree that it was, and it is a water apple tree. I didn't really find it to be too satisfying, but it was crunchy and it was kind of a little bit tasteless. Like I said, I didn't find it too satisfying, so I probably wouldn't buy it at a supermarket, pero me dio mucho gusto que pude probar algo diferente en un nuevo país. Our third stop was at a coffee shop. Yo preferí ordenar el café y no el coco o el agua de coco en un coco real, porque pues ya llevaba días tomando agua de coco natural y yo tenía ganas de un cafecito, así que decidí ordenar el café. El café o el coco o agua o jugo, lo que ordenes, ya está incluido con lo que pagaste para la excursión. Pero si quieres ordenar más café o pedir otro coco, agua o jugo, lo que sea, también lo puedes ordenar, pero sí sería un costo aparte. According to Kim, la mayoría de las cafeterías tienen un hammock for people to kind of relax and, enjoy the afternoon after they drink their coffee before they continue on to their journey. And it's kind of a common thing at most coffee shops. Unfortunately, this coffee shop didn't have one, so I didn't get to lay on the hammock, but that's quite all right. I did drink that coffee and it was extremely delicious. Our very last stop was a market. Desafortunadamente no estaban abiertos los condales de comida, so I didn't get to try any of the barbecue, but there was quite a few other little, I guess stands for different things, clothes, fruits, candies, and such. I opted to buy some dried fruit and some candies to try throughout my trip. Important tip is that you should bring small, either American dollars or euros, because, for me personally, I couldn't order any dong, which is the Vietnamese currency, from my bank. So I was kind of hoping to exchange it when I arrived at Vietnam, but I didn't see any exchange stores right there outside the port. So I just had to pay in dollar and then just get the dong back as my change. But I only had $20 bills, so it was kind of a little bit, I felt like I probably got hustled, but that's okay. I guess it's part of the experience. But yeah, I do recommend that you bring billetes pequeños de $1, $5, $10, o si vas a comprar muchas cosas, $20, pero no más de $20. No te esperes a llegar a Vietnam para sacar efectivo, especialmente esos billetes pequeños, porque, por ejemplo, en este excursion specifically, no vi ningún ATM. Así que ya llévate esos billetes pequeños. No quiero que, you're there and you miss the opportunity to buy some kind of dry fruit or food or even a drink. Especialmente si traes $0 o 0 billetes, pues tú sabes que la calor aquí está tremenda y a veces con la humedad y el sol sí se te complica un poco las cosas y pues no quiero que te desmayes por no tener algo de efectivo para poder comprar algo. For reference, $1 americano es más o menos como 24,000 dong, así que no tienes que tener tanto dinero para poder comprar muchas cosas y especialmente si le negocias un poquito, puedes comprar aún más cosas por menos dinero. If you do have the chance to go to a market, I suggest that you get some dried banana. It was really delicious, but I was already on my way out and I was running out of time, so I didn't get to purchase that just pure sole one bag of dried banana, but I did get some dried fruit, which was really good. Now that we are on the topic of bananas, a fun fact is that the people in the south use the yellow bananas for the dead, and then in the north they use green bananas as part of their worship. I'm really glad I chose this excursion specifically porque tuve la oportunidad de relajarme y separarme de la ciudad porque pues sí está pesada las ciudades de aquí y pues fue algo relajante que se lo recomendaría que hagan excursion specifically. Overall, I would give the excursion an 8.5 de un 10, only because we didn't get to spend a whole lot of time in the market and I wanted to walk around and find lots of goodies to purchase. But I kind of felt rushed. And, Kim said that you normally only get 15 minutes. We got 30, and I still didn't feel like it was enough. That's kind of the only downside to this excursion. Espero que aprendieran algo de este video, y si tienen alguna pregunta, déjenlos en el comentario. Other than that, I will see you in the next one. Bye.